overall, I would say that karaoke is just fun. And that's why it's so popular around the world, and especially in the Philippines. And for those of you who are watching who say, hey, that's great you're talking about it and everything, but I can't sing. I got a message for you, and that is, if you can't sing, you can rap. so put a song on that has rap lyrics. What is up, YouTube? I am still in Narita when I was filming this video, and I just finished having a really yummy lunch. Some grilled eel that's a specialty here in Narita. Now I'm walking back to the train. But I thought I'd talk about one more thing while I'm here in Japan, because I feel like it's appropriate, and that is karaoke. And just a video about how important karaoke is to Filipinos in the Philippines. I'm walking here on Omotesando Street back towards the train station, so it's going to be a little bit noisy. I love Narita, by the way. Actually, I'm blown away. Last time I visited downtown Tokyo back in December of last year, and now I got to visit Narita, and it's just so cool. I wish I could spend weeks here, but unfortunately this is another one of those quick layovers, so I've got to make it brief. But there's something about being in Japan that made me think of karaoke, and that's because just of how popular it is here, and then also in the Philippines, of course. Karaoke started as a simple sing-along concept in Japan back in the early 1970s, and then eventually grew to become this huge global phenomenon that it is today. And the word originates from kind of two words put together. The first one is kara, meaning empty, and orchestra, which means orchestra. So when you put those two together, you get empty orchestra, and that's what karaoke means. Back in the late 60s and early 70s, a couple Japanese guys started playing around with setups, sound system setups, and it was like tape machines, amplifiers, speakers, and microphones. And they kind of, started these systems where you could sing along. But then in 1975, a Filipino inventor came along, and his name was Roberto de Rosario, and he patented the first karaoke sing-along system. So really, even though it came from Japan, it's kind of a Filipino invention, which is kind of cool. It's like, no wonder the Filipinos love it so much. In the Philippines, they have all these machines that you can rent, and it's like all-in-one system, like turnkey, where it's got the TV with the words, it's got the book that you can flip through, it's got the gigantic speakers so it can blast, and it's just like this all-in-one system. But I feel like what I've noticed lately is that more and more people are just using their TV and putting on YouTube, and as long as they have some microphones that they can sing into and a little speaker at home, they can sing karaoke at their own house. They don't have to rent that machine. So I feel like that's more common. Anyway, karaoke gained popularity in Japan and Southeast Asia, and then eventually migrated over to the US in the 80s, where it eventually took over the whole world. And I even read online that starting around 2003, Finland started holding the Karaoke World Championships, and there's like 30 different countries that participate in that every year, that sign up for it, so it's pretty cool. Today Japan has about 100,000 karaoke boxes, and in China there's over 100,000 karaoke bars. And then I'm going to make up this next statistic, but I'm going to say that the Philippines has about 1 billion karaoke machines, or people singing karaoke. By the way, give this video a like if you are enjoying my walk through downtown Narita today. It's been so much fun being here. And give this video a like if you like to sing karaoke, or maybe you hate karaoke and you don't want to sing it. Either way, thanks for the like, guys. It gives my channel a boost. Okay, let's see. Oh, I was trying to remember the first time I ever sang karaoke. I'm going to turn around because my train station's right over here. And it had to be, it must have been in the Philippines, but I'm not sure. It could have been back when I was home in the US, but I'll never forget the novelty of it. And the novelty was just how cool it was that you could sing a song and you didn't have to remember the words or the whole song for that matter, because you could just follow along with the words on the screen. So I'll never forget that. I thought that was really, really cool, and I can see why it's so popular. And my girlfriend and her friends go crazy singing karaoke, and I even asked permission to share a couple clips of them singing, so hopefully I'm not going to embarrass them, but here's a couple clips of that. As somebody who works in sound for a living, I've always found it kind of funny that they use this particular echo when they sing, and they put it on the microphone systems, and it's like this 1970s kind of like slap echo, and for some reason it just became the de facto gold standard of reverbs to use when you're singing karaoke. I don't know why, but it did, and it just makes me laugh. You know, there's all kinds of modern reverbs that we can use when someone's singing that sound way more pleasant than the 70s one, and for some reason it is just persistent. And in the Philippines recently, I was laughing because I was in a department store and they were using a paging system, like, you know, a microphone, and on the paging system was that 70s echo, making it really hard to understand what they were even saying because that echo was on there. So that was funny. And I was even in a Jollibee not too long ago, and they were putting in the orders through a microphone, and that one had the echo on there. So it's just funny how it permeated how it permeated the karaoke culture, and it's just like this staple, and it's almost like people think it doesn't sound right unless it has that echo on it, which is really, really funny. I'm also interested in the psychology behind karaoke. And I just mean, you know, when I was first singing my first karaoke songs, and back in the Philippines in 2022, I always thought that it was about the performance. It was like me performing in front of an audience, and I was supposed to please them, and I was supposed to perform and be this artist. And then I realized that there's actually a lot more to it than that. It's not necessarily about you singing to people. It can be other things too. It can be, you know, you just hanging out with your friends and having a good time and singing off key, or maybe you hit some really high note of a song and everybody starts cheering and clapping because you did it. And it's just about that. It's about hanging out with your friends. Sometimes also it can just be about you by yourself, just having a connection with a song that you love and kind of feeling the emotion of it and letting it kind of just be a one-on-one thing. Overall, I would say that karaoke is just fun, and that's why it's so popular around the world, and especially in the Philippines. And for those of you who are watching who say, hey, that's great that you're talking about it and everything, but I can't sing, I got a message for you, and that is, if you can't sing, you can rap. so put a song on that has rap lyrics. Online articles differ about this, but I was trying to look up the most popular karaoke song of all time, and I think what's happening is it's changing constantly, but right up there at the top is definitely a couple favorites that get sung over and over and over again, and one of them has got to be Total Eclipse of the Heart by Bonnie Tyler, and then Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen is up there too. There's just so many. Maybe leave a comment below on this video if you have a favorite karaoke song that you sing or that somebody else that you know sings. All right, I got to wrap this up because I got to get on the train and get back to the airport actually. But I'm gonna leave you with some scenes of Narita right here in front of the train station. I was gonna say something kind of humorous too, which is, although a majority of people like karaoke and they like singing it, there is a small group that actually despises it. And those are usually the neighbors of the people that have to put up with listening to the karaoke. So maybe you're one of those people. Maybe you're one of those neighbors who finds it irritating, especially in the Philippines, to hear people singing into the wee hours of the morning and making noise and the music's just blasting. To that, I would say you got to either adapt or invest in some really strong windows with thick glass. And then you won't hear it as much, hopefully. All right, I think that's going to do it for this video, guys. Do you sing karaoke? What is one of your favorite songs? Or maybe perhaps you're with the haters and you hate it. Either way, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your story. And thanks for watching this video, guys. I'll leave you with a couple more shots of Narita. And if you can ever come out here to Japan too, man, it's so cool. Talk about different cultures, different ways of life, different language, different foods. Love it, love it. Anyway, I'll leave it there, guys. Thanks for watching as always. I will say konnichiwa and mabuhay, and see you again soon. Bye.